Alright.
Alright,
Hi.
last time actually.
Hey,
Welcome
all
to a map review for Asheville for my team. No one else should watch this. Okay. So, I generally think this is one of our stronger maps. There's a couple things I want to focus on in particular. I'm not going to go over everything like a ground up review because we already know what we're doing. But I want to make sure that some things are clear. So on the rollout, it's very important that Jess, you beam me at the beginning, and then literally keep your beam on me for as long as possible. Because like I'm gonna most likely jump somewhere around here initially, and just keep the beam on me until you literally can't anymore. Now, I'm gonna do the rollout, and then when I get to here, a lot of teams will arrow their, or a lot of medics will try to arrow the demo. Like they stand still here and wait for the arrow. I don't like doing that. I think it's more important that I just come out and am able to take a little bit of space early. So don't worry about that, Jess.
Oh, yeah.
Just know that like on the rollout you need to be healing certain people. The most important person to heal obviously is me at the beginning, and then like try to obviously spread heals around. Beam our sniper and our scout. The sniper is good because obviously a full buff peeking from shutter right away is going to be able to protect you. And then healing our scout is going to help you get to mid faster, obviously. So just, you know, I don't need to tell you about like heal order and stuff. I feel like you know that already. I just want to make sure that you know to prioritize the sniper. Definitely, for sure. Yeah, and then everybody should go through shutter and immediately to ramp. Techno sometimes plays around crates. That's fine, but everybody else should just be over here. And I generally think it's good to like play kind of passive as medic Jess on mids, because if their sniper's still alive, most likely he's gonna go over to toxic and try to like snipe you. So if you stand all the way back on ramp, like all the way back here, not the worst idea. You might be baiting some people, but that's kind of okay. You could try to like arrow us and then let us deal with the sniper, or at least pressure him. On mids, we want to all be listening to like the picks that we get and reacting to that. If the sniper's dead, what does that mean? You walk forward.
Free range, yep.
Don't bait me. That's all I ask. For what you should be doing, Pert, is just like play around me on mids and try to like deny any kind of like soldiers might bomb immediately. So just try to meat shot him in the air to deny the bomb. And then if I'm ever trying to push, like if I ever say, guys, let's walk on the point, then like you're the one that I want closest to me as I'm doing that.
Gotcha. Okay, so if you ever say walk across the point, you want me like on you like blue.
Yes.
Alright, sweet.
And that goes for when we're pushing from bats as well. There's actually, I'm going to talk about what I want you to be doing quite a bit on this map, Pert, because I think if you make a couple of changes, it's really going to strengthen how we play on this map. I feel like that's putting a lot of pressure on you, but it's really true. Like this is a very, like scouts can be in a lot of Ubers, scouts can help on the flank when they need to be, and scouts can be baiting the cap properly, and it makes a huge difference on this map, so I'm going to go over that. But first, Sammy, on mids, you like to go bats, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Bats almost every time.
I think that's good to do on the first mid, and obviously if their flank likes to try to go behind immediately, it's good to have some kind of defense over there. But I genuinely think that if we're playing against a team that never sends their flank to our bats early on mids, why not just roll out with combo?
Yeah.
So I would ask that you do that once we know that they don't like to send their flank to bats right away. It's just better to have support on the point. That's about it for like mid-fight and rollouts. Do you guys have any questions or things you want to talk about when it comes to that? Any confusion? You don't know what you should be doing? I know we just talked about rollout, but okay, good. When it comes to holding the point, Paxton, you generally do not play on roof. I think that's fine, because we have Sammy playing on there. It's funny because I usually tell teams to send their pyro on roof, but with our team, I genuinely do not like it. Because I think it's better that you just protect Jess. Because I don't trust Jess to be spy aware.
What?
Just kidding.
I rarely die to spy.
Did you hear her voice? You actually sounded crushed. I'm just kidding. Yeah, you generally don't die to spy, but I definitely want you to be aware, Jess, of like spies when we're holding here. When we're holding the point, Jess, I need you paying attention to Ubers. Obviously, you do a good job of this already, but like changing your position based on it. And I've told you about this before, but I just want to remind you that like when we have ad, like major ad, I want you standing like all the way back here. And like ready to even go further back because like if they send a sack wave in, being past this sort of overhang will help you quite a bit. But otherwise you can kind of be forward. Respecting spam angles. I see a lot of medics, like a lot of teams will have the dispenser right here and the medic will just be standing in it, but this is such a nasty spam angle for the other demo. So I don't think you generally do that, right, Jess? You don't usually stand here.
No.
Yeah.
Well, if like the spy is alive and like the demo's dead, soldier's dead, I'll stand there. Yeah. Like if I'm not gonna get spammed, like if the demo's on the other side, I'm gonna stand there. But yeah, I don't stand there when the demo's spammed.
Yeah, like I think it's good to temporarily stand here, but the reason I don't like it for a couple of reasons really is that you can't see much. It's a common issue that meds do is they stand in positions where they can't see anything or react. So I like standing kind of further back sometimes just so you can like watch for spam and any kind of pressure. If we're holding on ramp and their sniper gets onto their ramp scot-free, obviously there's like two ways as any other players on ramp to deal with that. You either go left to avoid the sightline or you go back to the right. I think generally it's obviously safer to go back to the right because then you can have access to the route out if we need to leave, but then that leaves the point kind of open. Most importantly is when the sniper goes there, we need our flank dealing with him. And so, Spook, I definitely want you to be trying to coordinate for plays on the sniper if he ever goes to ramp. Just like communicate with our soldier and say like, Louis, can you bomb? I'm ready to make a play for their sniper on ramp. And Louis will respond to that. Louis, soldier, is pretty unique. He likes to play with combo and like run conch sometimes. I don't know if he's going to do that, but I think it's really strong on this map. So just be comfortable giving Louis, our soldier, more heals than you might be accustomed to because he's just going to be around. And yeah, he's going to be in position here on ramp to kill that sniper, Spook, so if you just let him know, he'll be ready to do it. Same with you, Pert, although what I kind of want you doing, Pert, as well, is you can play with combo a lot more when we're holding the point if you want. Here's the thing. If we're holding and their flank gets behind, it's actually not that big of a deal. Because we can just hole up together on ramp and keep denying the point. Like, we're still winning. When they push and in a post Uber, it can be a problem. We just need to not forget about them. That's kind of what gets a lot of teams, and we've made that mistake before, is they forget about the players behind. So just, like, devote some of your memory to that, and we'll be fine. But yeah, the main thing I wanted to go over is just dealing with the sniper properly when he's over there. A sniper should never be allowed to linger there because that's what really can kill our holds. Is anybody confused about what we should be doing when we're holding on ramp? Generally, I think it's good for our sniper to be playing close and to go like toxic. So Jess, just like be beaming him.
I'll let you know if you're not beaming them.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right. And he might go over to the right sometimes, but we should try to like rein him in, honestly. Like, if their sniper's dead, though, if we like win the SVS, then we can like all walk out and be a little bit more aggressive, obviously. But yeah, I don't think it's generally very good for snipers to overextend. He's just going to die to spy. So yeah. Karma, if you see this, just keep playing with combo. And if you do want to take a bit more of an aggressive angle here and there on point, just let us know. But don't expect like Paxton, for example, to go over there and like spy check for you. Techno brought up an issue somewhat recently where there's times when we're getting ready to exchange to defend the point. Techno's right here, and they have people baiting the cap, and they just like, they bait the cap so well, they almost cap, and then we use to deny the point, but then they don't cap, but they just get their med out. So to counteract this, I think we need more people in this Uber. And the fact that Louis will be playing with combo, I think is going to solve a lot of these problems, because then when we use, you could like flash him, Jess, and he can just jump after the med wherever he is. And also Pert, you can get in these Ubers too. But it kind of depends on where the med is. Like when they're baiting the cap, I think it's most likely safe to assume that the medic is either here ready to get out, or like maybe on up or on bats if he's really passive. So the ways to deal with that, I think best would be to actually have a soldier go for him, because it's very important we kill the med there, or at least force him. I think that about does it for holding. When it comes to pushing the point from bats, generally I think it's best, Jess, if you just stand in here like I said. If you want to stand out here, it's fine, but I do want to say that like when we brought that up, you kind of argued with me, and I mean it's okay to disagree with me, but I think it's also important to just like listen to what your main caller says.
I didn't move. I was a bit reluctant, but I did eventually move.
Yeah, and then I know you died as a result, but like I'd rather you die but you still listened to what I said and did it, than like,
of course, yeah. Because then I get to blame you. If I die when I do what you tell me not to, then I look like an asshole.
Okay, you don't have to turn this into some kind of pissing contest.
I'm just saying, like, it's just like.
Jess, listen. When I say jump, what do you say?
How high?
Here we go.
Black.
All right, this is being uploaded to YouTube. Good joke, Sammy.
Thank you.
Is it actually? Oh my god.
My
How many
boyfriend.
shows can I watch?
Okay, so yeah, like we need to stay safe on bats. Stay away from this spam angle. Karma generally, from what I remember, likes to play here, which is like when I played medic briefly with him on sniper. I love that because I could just stay safe here and beam him. But we should definitely have Karma comfortable peeking shutter. Techno, you know the drill. You can actually just stand here, open the door for him. You did know that you could stand like here, right? And it still opens the door. Yeah, I only recently figured this out because I'm an idiot, but it's actually so broken.
I've done that for 2 seasons, Phase. You're a idiot.
I'm a idiot.
You're a idiot.
Techno, good job.
We need to watch for traps when we're pushing. Generally, it's not an issue for us, but Jess, you know to expect them like here, right? And like down here. Sometimes there will be traps on crates. These generally don't get us, but just be aware. Good way to play around these traps is to go wide, to avoid it. Pushing from shutter is something we generally don't do, because if their demo and sniper or sniper are alive, it's just a suicide mission, and like you have to use early anyway. It's just awful. We should not do it unless their demo and sniper are dead, or if their sniper's dead and their demo we know is not like trapping this properly or is pressured. I don't know. Something I want to talk about as well. Against some teams, it's really hard for us to ever pressure from bats because they have like half their team committed to roof, and when I try to like spam them out, I'm being denied by like a pyro, scout, and engineer, and I can't do jack shit. In that situation, Techno, I would want you kind of moving out from here and just helping me shoot those players.
Okay.
Just when Techno's doing this, you guys need to realize that he's not going to be spy checking or denying shutter as well as we might hope. So if they have people aggressive in shutter, like maybe Paxton can take on that role a little bit more than usual. And yeah, I just need some help getting people off of roof sometimes, because sometimes it's just me shooting like the pyro, NG scout all shooting me at roof, and then their demo is also spamming me from crates, and their heavy is like chipping me. So it's like literally a 5v1, and then I just die. And then I get tilted, I stop calming, and then we lose.
Sounds like a skill dive.
That's really funny, Sammy.
Thank you.
When it comes to the exchange, when we drop down, I actually think we're really good at that. The ways that we're going to make it cleaner is pert. You can get involved with combo here. I know, like, when we are building on bats and we're getting ready to push, I know, like, it is a good idea for our flank to try to get behind on their bats. And if you can coordinate with Louis and go for that, that's fine. But I think Louis is honestly not going to be going for plays like that because, like I said, he likes to play more combo-centric. So don't even try to do that anymore, Pert. You can just play with combo here and then walk off of bats with us, Pert, and help me bait cap.
Alright, when we're pushing from bats, right?
Yeah. We all drop down. You just come with combo, stand on the corner with me, and we just have like ×3 on the point. That's really good. I lay stickies right here, and yeah. Ideally they use first. We deny their Uber. We can use in response if we need to. We cap, and GG's. If we do use here, Pert, another benefit of you being with us is that you can just get in the Uber, because what's going to happen is, like, there's going to be an Uber exchange, and then in the post, they're going to try to get their medic out through here, most likely, behind ramp. You can just chase them. So, get in those Ubers. And, what else do I want to go over? I think that's about it. Like, I really don't think we need to talk about that much more on this map. I want to open it for questions, though, because if you guys have any concerns, we should talk about it now.
I'm very interested to see how Louis playing combo soldier will be when we don't have point, because, like, the side of bats or ramp is super hard to hold without soldier. Like, especially if their soldiers is bombing, like, on the ramp, like, on the roof. Like, you can just shoot me around, like, the corner.
Well, first of all, like, I'm glad you brought that up. Like, first of all, Louis is, like, he's not just going to stubbornly do the same play style. Like, you could just tell him to help flank and he'll do it. And also, like, if we're pushing from bats and you're trying to, like, hold down the flank, Sammy, don't do it alone. Like, if Louis is not playing with you or Pert, which they won't be most of the time, just don't even go. Just, like, kind of, you can concede the space to their flank, just live, play with combo. Maybe you could put up a gun, like, in here, and then you can, like, drop down with us. If we're being, like, very much pressured from their flank behind, then, I mean, there's a problem. And as we push, it may be an issue, like I said, in a post-Uber, but we just need to not forget about those players. If you want to deal with them, though, don't just go in alone, Sammy. You can just kind of, like,
I know,
change the mindset. Yeah.
God, what does this phase think I feed theory, dude? Didn't you say that last time we did a map review? You're like, Sammy, don't just watt in on the cart. Don't do that.
All right. I bring up one thing that I want Sammy to do, and he instantly just jumps down my throat.
So
I'm defensive. I'm in a bad mood.
Yeah, well, remind me to walk on fucking eggshells around you, okay?
Yeah, alright, buddy. You
Jesus
be walking
Christ.
on your nuts, dude.
That's funny.
Sammy, listen.
Alright, anyway, we sure there's not any more questions or concerns? Going once. Going twice. Jess?
What's good?
Just be communicative about what's going on and stuff. I need to work on trusting you more. So just, like, maybe you could say, like, nice things to me during the matches.
FaZe! Wow! You're so great! Good job!
I would love that.
See, that's too fake. That's too
No,
fake.
no, no, I would still love it, though.
It needs to be genuine.
I can't tell when women are deceiving me.
Yeah,
On that note, we're going to end the map review. Thanks for listening, everybody.
That's really fun.